Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As requested in my last video, Rare Beauty Honest Thoughts and Review, I'm doing an update video. That video was uploaded 9 months ago, so it's been 9 months of me using the products. I'm gonna go ahead and update you guys, starting with the Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll the clip on what my thoughts were in that video for the Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. When I received this, I was upset, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like, this is so small. It's literally the size of a travel size. And I was like, I hope a little goes a long way with this to justify the fact that it's $29. The fact that a little goes a long way makes me look past the fact that it's travel size. Do I think that it should be $29? No, I don't, because of the size. Even though a little goes a long way, this I feel like is too little. I don't know how long it's gonna take to get through this whole bottle, but I love the product. I did say that it was so little to me that I was disappointed because it was so small and it looked like a travel size to me. That was part of the reason why I felt like $29 wasn't a good price point for the tinted moisturizer. But in the world of high-end tinted moisturizers, $29 is reasonable. What caught me off guard was that the Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation was the same price as the Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. Throughout the years, I always noticed that foundation was always more expensive than any tinted moisturizer. Doesn't matter what brand it was, if they sold a foundation and a tinted moisturizer, they tend to charge more for the foundation and charge less for the tinted moisturizer. And an example of that is like Fenty Beauty's Pro Filt'r Foundation. That retails for $38 and it has the same amount of product as their skin tint. Both of the products have 32 milliliters, but the skin tint is $32 while the Pro Filt'r Foundation is $38. That's all I'm saying, is that I'm used to foundation being a little more expensive than tinted moisturizer, not the same price for both. I'm not knocking Rare Beauty for charging what they charge. They can charge whatever they want to charge, you know, it's up to me whether I want to buy it or not. After using it all these months and seeing that I still have quite a lot left because a little does go a long way, $29 is not a bad price point. It's just that in that video, it was my first time trying out the product and my first impression was, this is so small and it cost the same as the foundation. So that is why I said that I didn't think that $29 was a good price point. But after using it for a year, a little does go a long way and I'm getting my $29 worth because I still have a lot. So that is my update on the Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. So the next products that I'm gonna update you guys on are the Soft Pinch Liquid Blushes and the concealer. And I'm gonna insert a clip of what I said in my first Rare Beauty review video. These blushes are $20. I personally think that's too much, and here's why. The concealer is $18, right? The blush is $20. But when you look at the bottom, both of them have 0.25 fluid ounces, 7.5 milliliters. So it's the same amount of product, but you're being charged $20 for one and $19 for the concealer. So same exact amount of product. One is 20 bucks, the other is $19. Again, if it was up to me, the concealer should be $14, not $19. And blush, well, I would give it $16 if they want to give it a fancier price, even though they both have the same amount of product in them. So at heart, I am a get as much bang for your buck type of girl. I like to go into a store and buy multiple products with a $20 bill. I understand that when you are shopping high-end products made by celebrities, it's usually not the most affordable, right? It's not drugstore by any means. I also didn't know if I was going to like the products, and like deep inside as I'm making the video, I'm like, I hope I love it because, you know, I just spent $19 on a concealer. So that is why I was like, I would charge this amount instead of what they're asking for. There's concealers that are way more expensive than that, but Rare Beauty was fairly new. This was the first time that I was trying the products, and being that the majority of the products that I buy are drugstore, I was hoping that I was gonna like what I bought, because I didn't want it to be one of those situations where I don't like any of the products and I literally have to go through the hassle of returning everything and then being stuck with none of the products when I was so excited to try them. So an update on what I think about the pricing for the concealer and the blushes. The concealer is $19 and the soft pinch liquid blush is 20 bucks. If I have to spend $20, a whole $20 bill plus tax on one of these, I'm fine with that. And the reason I'm fine with that now is because I've been trying the products for months and I know that I'm gonna have this for a really long time, because as I've mentioned in that initial video, a little goes a long way with Rare Beauty. So whatever you spend on the product, you're not gonna need to spend that anytime soon, because it's gonna last you for the longest time. And I appreciate that so much. And also I know that brands sometimes charge a little more for blushes versus concealer because the formulations are different and the pigmentations is different. Yeah, so again with the concealer, it's the same thing. A little goes a long way. You don't really have to use much. I try to buy affordable things, like to get a lot of bang for my buck, and I didn't know how the products were going to perform. Those were literally my first impressions. That is why I said what I said. But throughout the entire video, I mentioned how I loved everything about Rare Beauty, the packaging, the brand colors, how the products feel on my skin, the shades, and how a little goes a long way. So yeah, I don't think my video came across as like me having an issue with the products themselves, just the pricing, but that was because I literally was testing the product out and I didn't know how they were going to perform, and I just was hoping that me liking the product and how the products performed was going to justify the fact that I spent the amount that I spent. That's all. Those are my updates on the products that needed to be updated on. Rare Beauty has slowly taken over my makeup collection and I'm okay with that. So that is my update video for you guys. As always, thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video.